Hello, my name is Dmitry. I work at Safe Software as scenario creation analyst, and this is Oli. Oli was born in Texas. He was found somewhere in the wild along with 21 other puppies, 2 moms. He was brought to British Columbia when he was about 7-8 months old, and he never looked back. He leads the life of a happy dog. Every day he goes for a hike with me to the forest, and today we will go there and we will collect a few landmarks with FME Data Express. FME Data Express is a mobile app that can run workspaces hosted on FME Server. So we need a workspace to run the data collection on FME Server. Here is the one that we will be using today. It's probably the simplest workspace I ever created. So we have a creator here to kick off the transformation. And then we have attribute creator that gets the parameters collected with FME Data Express. It copies them to attributes, and then we save this feature to Google Sheets. Maybe that's not the best geospatial format, but it's very easy to share, and I plan to share this workspace with everyone after the webinar. What I think is really important to highlight is how we collect geometries. So I open our parameter manager and go to this location parameter. Here we can specify how we would like to collect our geometry as GeoJSON or FME XML. And here we can select which geometries we would like to collect: lines, points, polygons, or boxes. So I pick the first 3. The next important step is to publish this workspace to FME Cloud so that it can be used as a web service. This is how simple it is on the desktop side, and I only need job submitter service, that's it. On the FME server side, we need to do just one thing. We need to create an FME workspace app. Workspace apps is a convenient way of accessing workspaces through FME Data Express. I'm not going into the details of workspace publishing or web app creation. We have lots of materials in our documentation throughout the community. You can check it there. Oli and I, go for a hike for some data collection. So this trail is called Blue Line, and this carving, blue face, it's a marking for the trailhead. I'm going to collect it first. I pinned the service that I created to my screen, so it's easy to run this app. Once I press it, it opens and I can fill out the parameters. The most interesting parameter for us today is location. So we press that icon looking like a map, it opens our current location, represented with blue dot. We add a point geometry, make sure that they match, and this is it. Then we can run this workspace, and the record is submitted to our spreadsheet. Now have a look at another icon I have on my screen. It's another workspace that reads the spreadsheet and visualizes whatever we collected and our current location. So this is our second landmark, which is called Grizzly Bench. On top of it, we have another carving, Trail Bro. So let me collect this landmark. So I'm typing all the text parameters, and let's have a closer look at the location parameter. I press the plus icon and get the geometries that we enabled in our workspace. This placed a point on the map, and now I press the blue arrow to match my current location with that point. And this is it. Now we can submit another location to our spreadsheet. So this is the trail that leads me to this lookout towards southeast. When the sky is clear, we can see Mount Baker from here. I'm not sure whether that should be count it as man-made or natural type of landmark, but well, let's make it natural just for a change. You can see here that FME Data Express did not allow me to submit a job without filling out all the attributes. This is a cascade of waterfalls over 100 meters high. You hardly can see it entirely because it's, well, deep in the forest. But I always wanted to know the shape of this cascade. So today our first linear feature will be this waterfall. We'll try to figure out its shape. I will start from the bottom and go to the top. Okay, this is a relatively flat place. Let's begin from here. Collecting lines is very similar to collecting points, but we also get some extra buttons at the bottom. Whenever we would like to add a new vertex, we press this plus sign. You actually can see me moving in the forest. With the arrows on the left, you can move between vertices and correct the location of previously collected vertices. It is very, very steep, as you can see. So if you ask why I'm in such a good shape, now you know why. I do it every day. By now it's pretty close to the top, but it's not over yet. So, and this is the top of our waterfall. Let's finish collecting our line here. So here comes the corner section, and now we can submit our line to our spreadsheet. And now we are approaching our destination, our final point. Not the last thing that we are going to collect, but the farthest point on our route. This waterfall, my precious. I call it my waterfall because, well, I never came up with a real name for it. Now you know my secret place in this forest. And this is an area feature we will try to collect. This is some unfinished construction. When I first found it a couple of years ago, I found quite a few cans of Molson laying around. Molson is a popular Canadian beer. So I imagine it went like this. People begin building this hut, then made a break, had a couple of beers, and then decided that it's okay like that, so, and they left it as is forever. And now we will try to collect it, I don't know, for future reference. Polygon collection with FME Data Express is similar to collecting lines. The difference is that we see the interior of the polygon as a light blue, semi-transparent filling. I visit all four corners of the ruin and take my vertices. With the last one I just added it to complete a rectangle because GPS couldn't find the proper location. That's forest after all. And this is it. Now let's have a look at the data we collected today. So this is the imagery of my neighborhood. We move to the forest. Here's our first one. Blue face, yes, that's correct. Then trail bro. Here is the ruin and the waterfall and our stream. This is actually called Noon's Creek. And the last one was blue. What is blue? I had red for man-made and green for natural, but blue. Hot on chicken legs. Baba Yaga's home. Witch mate. No, I'm not dealing with witches. But I have a bird here at home who might have an idea.